In the last month, national and statewide changes are impacting the choices you will have at the gas pump. 2 weeks ago, President Biden visited Iowa and announced he'd asked the EPA for E15 waivers. Today, the EPA approved that request, meaning this year the fuel will be available year-round. And then this week, two big announcements in Iowa also expanded E15. So Local 5's Mary Sugden is live with what's different.
Yes, Stephanie, this week lawmakers passed a measure that would require stations across the state to sell E15 by 2026. Now, just yesterday, Governor Reynolds led 7 other governors from across the country in signing a letter to the EPA asking them to allow those states to sell the fuel year-round. Now, experts I spoke to say that this might be a tipping point for major fuel changes ahead. If you've been cringing at the price you pay at the pump, experts believe help is on the horizon.
I think it's a game changer.
Let's start with a letter Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and 7 other bipartisan governors sent to the EPA. In it, they asked for E15 to be sold year-round, eliminating the summer ban on the fuel. Monty Shaw, executive director of Iowa Renewable Fuels, says while this may look like a request, in reality, it's a must-do for the EPA.
The EPA does have to promulgate a rule based on the governor's request, but the Clean Air Act says that the EPA shall do it. So there's really no discretion.
So for these 8 states, once the EPA makes it official, E15 will be available 24/7, 365.
That's huge news because it's a market the size of California that's going to have year-round, E15.
Meanwhile, at the State House this week, lawmakers approving a bill making the state the first in the nation to require gas stations to sell E15. Stations would have until 2026 to make the change, with some exemptions. Stations existing before 2023 that sell fewer than 300,000 gallons of gas in a year and don't have plans of replacing their storage tanks can opt out.
Of course, there's some pushback there from retailers, given the expense of adopting older pumps to be able to dispense E15. It's all very station specific, but pumps can get very costly. Running into the thousands of dollars per pump.
But the bill also offers grants to help retailers make the change.
And you can get a grant from the state called the Renewable Fuels Infrastructure Program to cover that cost, anywhere from 70 to 90% of it, depending on which program you qualify for.
And the Iowa Renewable Fuels Association tells me right now about anywhere from 250 to 275 stations across the state right now sell E15, and that's out of 2,000 stations across the state, a number that we can anticipate to grow once Governor Reynolds signs this into law. In West Des Moines, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
All right, Mary, thank you so much. The Iowa Renewable Fuels Association says its data shows stations that are offering E15 currently report on average it accounts for about 50% of its fuel sales. Meanwhile, Dahan with Gas Buddy says the price for a barrel of oil is up. He started the week under $100 a barrel, now costs $107. The average price for a gallon of gas around Des Moines is also up by 2 cents. Gas Buddy says we can expect more volatility in the coming months.